The Cup song is relevant from Pitch Perfect. The Cup song. The Cup song is relevant from Pitch Perfect. Okay. And at first, what had reminded me is I'll insert a clip here because I did like a little mic check and I was doing something weird and it reminded me of the Cup song. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2 song. And I was like, okay, all I remember is but I didn't remember the words. And then I went and looked up the Cup song and was reminded that the Cup song, the lyrics are, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Okay. But yeah. This is a continuation of the last video, but I try not to keep you guys here for too long. Okay, wait, twos are significant because why did I just say it like that? But this is relevant to the last message that says that the moment that you close that door, 555, another one bursts open. Okay, this is a continuation of that. Also, spirits brought it to me too. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for letting the message flow. They let me know too that this is still a part of that process where we talked about 13, the death card. This is the change that you asked for. 13. We talked about 13, 14, 15, 16. You are 17, the star. And right now we are sitting in 18, the moon energy, where things are being revealed to you. People, places, things, and even aspects of yourself are being revealed to you. And right now, my throat chakra, my throat chakra is doing a little dancey dance. And then I almost choked on my own spit. This is all relevant. This is all relevant to a new beginning that seems to be withheld, but in reality, it's not being withheld. This new beginning is not being withheld, but this new beginning is in the palm of your hands. I was also channeling, you got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. Okay, so, and like concepts of the world is my oyster, you could also be seeing signs, symbols, and synchronicities of pearls as well. Okay. This is talking about the value of you. Another significant concept coming through is the Ace of Cups, because this was inspired by a short TikTok video that I created not too long ago. And that Ace of Cups popped out, and God put it on my heart to let me know that what this Ace of Cups represents is the new beginning that you are required to initiate. Aces talk about new beginnings. And if it's the Ace of Cups, it's about an emotional new beginning. There's some sort of emotional new beginning that you are being called to start, to embark upon. And that is going to bring on the upright positioning of this new beginning. So you're already on your new timeline. Even though you may look around and you're like, what are you talking about? I'm in the same place. What are you talking about? Okay. But there's still a lot that has changed. And if you don't see that, then it's time for you to take a step back, process, and pray to God for clarity outside of your ego. Because you are on the new timeline. But the thing is that you are more responsible. Again, more is in your hands. More responsibility is in your hands than you realize. There's something going on in your life that likely relates to that door that you're thinking about closing, but it's a theme that's related to more than just that. There's a lot of things that have shifted because you are on this new timeline that you have to get comfortable with, or else the idea will just simply disintegrate or dwindle away. If you ask for a new life, a new timeline, that means that you need to move in new ways. You need to rethink and reframe. That concept is right here in the palm of your hands. There's something that you're questioning. You're like, am I doing too much, or am I not this, or am I not that? The way that this is coming through, especially with the Ace of Cups, is that you're asking, am I asking for too much? And that right there tells you that you're not in the right place. You know how they say, It's not that you're not talented, you're just not in the right rooms. That's what's going on right here. You're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong people. And that's what's being revealed to you at this time, is that your wish can and will come true, but only if you take the power into your own hands. I can't show the naked lady, but the world card. If you take the power into your own hands and don't be afraid to shake shiz up, that's when shiz will change. But you have to be willing to move away from the same old past storylines. So, for example, let's say that because we talked about it in the last video, which I will put a card up. I'll probably put it up before now. But in that video, we talked about having to close a door. And I think that you may have one foot in, one foot out because you're wondering if you are asking for too much. You're wondering if maybe you're wrong and they're right. But that's the issue, is that too often you put yourself and your desires on the back burner. In this new timeline, that's not the case. And for some of you, you're like trying to process that because you're like, but I'm a pretty selfish person, Sherry. You're like, I'm a pretty selfish person. But you're not, though. You're very self-reflective. And I think that right now, the old timeline is trying to paint you as the bad guy or the villain. And so it's easy for them to mistreat you or act like what you say doesn't matter, or just act like you're being dramatic or say that you're asking for too much. It's easy to say that when they're only looking at your shadows, because yeah, even you say like, yeah, I am a bit selfish. But on the other end, on the light spectrum, because everyone has a shadow, everyone has a light, everyone has a spectrum, the light and the shadow. On the light side, you're like the best thing that could have ever happened to them. And I'm not saying that to big up your ego. I'm telling you that so that you will spiritually rise up and see yourself for the beauty that you are. As the Cup song says, they're going to miss you when you're gone. But it's literally you being in a situation right now where the only way you can prove your value is by leaving and never returning. And especially because this isn't just like a one-off situation. This isn't a first-time offense. No, this is something that's been ongoing. This is a slow death. It's been a slow death because with every death comes a new beginning. Every death comes a birth. With every ending, a new beginning. This has been a slow, slow, slow death. A slow, slow, slow ending. Please spare me the agony and cut that shiz because you deserve better. Again, you're reflecting and you're like, maybe I'm asking for too much, maybe this, maybe that. It's time to start giving yourself what you want and what you know you deserve. Wow. Y'all saw how that just popped out. Justice. You have the power to serve yourself justice right now. And that's simply by not taking the disrespect or demanding what it is that you want. And if they say no, then move on to places that will provide that. I'm just hearing, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. Ten of Swords. The justice is you leaving. Ah! Oh my gosh. Maybe I need to insert the TikTok video that I posted because I literally told TikTok, I said, this card, this new beginnings in the reverse feels like the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And I was telling them that as soon as you initiate that Ace of Cups energy, you give yourself the life that you want, the emotional fulfillment that you deserve, and nothing less, then God will be willing to give you this Ace of Pentacles upright. But right now, you are trying to be loyal to people, places, and things that don't deserve it. Right now, you're trying to make yourself small or bend yourself in ways for people, places, and things that don't deserve it. You're trying to compromise with people that don't want to compromise with you. And God is like, I need you to see it's time. It's just time for like literally the scales have balanced out and it's time to go. And as soon as you do, that reversed pentacle, it turns upright. And you guys saw how this card flew out on top of this card. Yeah, I'm gonna have to in this and insert that clip of that video. I'll put it at the very end. And that video was recorded after this, proving that yes, this is the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and it's not going to come in the upright until you close out this cycle because it's only fair, it's only right, it's only just. I think that you may also be considering like, oh, maybe I'm being too harsh of a judge or too harsh of a critic. No, you're not. And whatever is going on in the situation, there's some sort of emotional neglect here. Like you come in with your emotional maturity and it's being met with, I want to say like, I can't even say the words that I want to say right now, but we'll just go with bullocks. Like just it's being handled terribly. Behind that is the moon and the nine of cups. You're coming in with emotional maturity and being met with selfishness and not the good kind. This could be a situation where someone could be being very narcissistic in a situation, be like, oh, I don't have the energy to do that right now. But you see them having the energy to do everything else, but they just don't want to do what you're asking of them or give you what you're asking of them. They'll give it to everyone else, but just not you. It's narcissistic. And it's also showing how they truly feel about you. And you know this. You're in this mature ass energy. It's fair. I think that you're in this situation and you're, again, trying to make sure that you're not being unfair. You are, but to yourself by trying to give them the benefit of the doubt that they do not deserve because you are you are showing up emotionally mature and secure and stable in the situation. And from the looks of it, those kings tell me that you always have. And actually, that's probably what's pissing them off is because they are in this pessimistic, like energy, while you are coming in with your mature Ace of Cups and they're rejecting it. So, respectfully, fluck them. FLUCK them. Move on. And that's when you get your reward. Because peace and blessings do manifest with every lesson learned. Shout out to the great Erica Badu for that. For that scripture. What else? Queen of Pentacles. This is you having to step into this new chapter, nurturing you. Also, a major message that was in that TikTok reading was about referencing to the emotional maturity when we saw the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Just because you don't kick and scream to get your way doesn't mean that you shouldn't be taken seriously. You're in spaces with people, places, things that only hear you if you're yelling. Why would you want to be there? Why would you want to be there? They only hear you or take you seriously when you threaten them or when you go to extremes. You have to pester them or beg them to get what you want. Why go through that when there's new people, places, and things that will give you what you're asking for the first time? Because that's the right thing to do. That's the loving thing to do. Because you're not kicking and screaming or putting on a show, you're not being taken seriously. Which is so ironic because if you were kicking and screaming and putting on a show, guess what? They'd be talking shit about you. Hmm. Hmm. So, Two of Pentacles comes in to tell you to turn this card right side up. You have to establish the fact that you're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong people and you're in the wrong space. You're in the wrong environment. This environment can't nurture you. As soon as you leave the situation, horseshoe, you'll run into some good luck, and you'll have a lighthearted and carefree time with the jug at the bottom of the deck. This is a moment where you really need to embrace you and your rights and validate your feelings because you're in environments that try to make you seem like you're crazy because you're not kicking and screaming and begging for attention. When you want to speak about something, you speak just like how I'm speaking to you right now. And for some reason, that just doesn't compute for them. If you're not kicking and screaming and putting on a dramatic show, then they don't see your relevance. But then at the same time, while you're kicking and screaming and putting on a dramatic show, they're talking shit about you. You're welcoming in equally yoked vibrations, equally yoked partnerships that hear you the first time, that care about you the first time. Page of Swords, before you even have to say something, sometimes, before you even have to say something, they'll recognize it. The shadow and the light of you is appreciated and acknowledged in these new spaces. And you're not damned or criticized for either side. Because right now, you're literally being punished in these environments for being mature, for taking the emotionally mature route. High Priestess here, because you're in your sacred energy. That energy can't be respected in chaos. So close the door on that chaotic chapter and let it all work out. Yeah, literally, the star reversed. You're being called to lose hope, lose faith in that situation. Literally. Because if not, it's going to put your light out. This is an environment where, again, you have to kick, scream, put on a show in order to be heard. If you stay, that's exactly what you'll become. The lovers. Equally yoked partnerships that hear you first time. Six of Swords, it's time to move on. I do hope that this reading made it that much easier because honestly, they don't deserve any more understanding from you. Yeah, Five of Swords. And just know when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my taco. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Communion. Ah, this feels beautiful. For some of you, it's difficult because maybe this is you choosing isolation or loneliness, or at least that's what it looks like at first. But really, what you're choosing is peace. And sometimes, actually, every time, when you are in your right mind, peace is always better for you than chaotic company. Always remember that. It's always best in your right mind. Every time, every now and then we get in our wrong mind. It happens. We're human. But when you're in your right mind, it's easy to make the peaceful choice over chaos, even if that means being alone versus being in a room where everyone's kicking, screaming, and just doing stupid shit, quite honestly. Waterfall, effortless at the bottom of the deck. You're moving into an effortless flow, and you're going to be effortlessly attracting people in that energy as well. Dance with life, do something to change your energy, take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. You're functioning with people that are forcing you and not letting you flow. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. I pre-shuffled this deck, and right now they're emphasizing the importance of ease. You need to be choosing peace and ease, even if that means you being alone for a moment or for an insurmountable or un what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? An indefinite amount of time. Choose peace, even if that means that you have to be alone for an indefinite amount of time, because I promise you, it won't be forever. And this is a really important time for you to get attuned with the fact that peace is always a better option than chaotic company. Peaceful loneliness is better than chaotic company. Starkeeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Okay, and it came out reversed. Again, that's really emphasizing this part of you that's trying too hard to be understanding. You're literally being told to stop being so understanding in the situation or scenario because you've given it all the grace that it deserves. Bottom of the deck, thank you, Spirit, for bringing it all home. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I promise you. Step out on that faith to make the peaceful choice, the peaceful resolution. If you follow peace, that means that you're following your heart, which means that you're following God, which means that you will always be taken care of. Adonai. All praises. There's some sort of new beginning in your life that God is not going to unleash. Literally, this card fell out just like this. It's a new beginnings. It says dawn, new beginnings, but it came out in reverse. You know, maybe you don't know. I won't assume. Have you ever heard that sometimes God's like, yeah, not right now, but really it's not with them around. It's one of those. It's one of them. And I think it's more, yeah, there's more than one of those, okay? So, okay. This is a cycle of your life where integrity, vulnerability, respect, morals, those types of things truly matter. You're quite literally building an empire, which means that it's going to have to be able to withstand a lot of pressure. And there's some people in your life that every time the wind blows, they go. They can't handle the pressure. So you're gonna sit there and you're gonna wait until you get away. Okay? Okay. Ooh, interesting. I don't know if y'all saw how that just happened, but it flipped over fully and completely. But it went back in, but I got it. Ace of Cups. Which also represents an emotional new beginning. But again, remember, this is in the reverse. So before this new beginning, this feels more like a Pentacles. This feels like an Ace of Pentacles. Before this Ace of Pentacles is handed to you. Ooh, I almost said handled. Before that Ace of Pentacles can be handed to you, you have to embrace a new emotional beginning. That stands on business and is a little bit less understanding. And I mean that with the utmost respect. We can't be so understanding as to why you left the gate of the empire open, as to why insert whatever the excuse is. You have to be in this space where you're realizing this new energy that you have to come into in order for this empire to be built. And not only for it to be built, but for it to be respected. For it to be something worth people's time, effort, energy, and attention. This is a concept that we discussed on a video that I'm literally uploading right now onto my new YouTube channel, Cherry on Top Tarot. Y'all stop trying to cancel me. Everybody's commenting on there or on Tarot with Tay, and you're like, oh my God, is this a fraud? No, I promise. I put it on a stack of Bibles, baby. It's me. It's me. That channel is just more for collective messages, and I'm literally uploading a video right now that's titled "The Moment You Close That Door, 555, another door bursts right open." So again, that new beginning, that Ace of Pentacles reverse, is not going to be given to you or presented to you or shown to you until you take on this Ace of Cups energy. And the Ace of Cups energy is about reciprocation, people that make you feel good. And the concept that we discussed is loyalty and how that can be harming you right now. Trying to be loyal to people, places, and things that have been there for a while. But what's the point in leaving your money in something, investing your money in something, if you're just watching the number dwindle down? It's doing you no good just to be loyal to the stock if the stock is dropping. Do the right thing. Ace of Cups. It's actually quite simple and easy if you think about it. If it's not causing you peace, if it doesn't build you up, then it's not meant to be there. If they don't care enough to check in and hear about how you're feeling, why are we even entertaining it? Also, I think that your emotional maturity may be deceiving to some. If you're not flipping off the handle, begging for attention, or running around like you've been set on fire or like a chicken with its head cut off, then your problems are not acknowledged in this space. That means that you and your emotional maturity need to leave them emotionally immature motherfuckers alone. If I'm being quite honest, you're too good to be in a certain space. You're too spiritually endowed. You're too gifted to be in a certain space with these people. Let it go. Just split the deck to the Six of Swords. As I said, let it go. The Fool. And as soon as you let it go, change. Death has to come before the birth. And I think that it's in your hands. You have to take this responsibility, which can be really frightening. Like, what? God, what are you talking about? You know, we're used to God, like, taking the things for us. Like, you do a little God remove my enemies prayer, and they just, whatever happens, happens. But there seems to be a situation where you have to participate in the falling away of this, to remove this, because sometimes people, places, and things are just so attached to you, even if they know that they mean you no good, even if you irritate their demons so bad, they'll still keep you around just because they see your light. Look, you have to let this go. You have to be the one to make this change. Let's hit the back of the deck. Eight of Swords, because they are stuck on stupid, as I like to say.